Since the new mobile phone regulations, I've had lots and lots of questions in the comments about using all sorts of different devices, from iPods, MP3 players, or other little devices that might not be a phone, and whether or not you can use those whilst you're driving. Now, I thought I'd answer all these questions in one video because the answer is very simple. It doesn't have to be a phone. It can be any device that is capable of transmitting or receiving data. And I'll come back to that in a moment because there's an important point to make. So any device which is capable of transmitting or receiving data, whether or not it is enabled at the time, is a device for the purposes of these regulations, meaning it is an offence to hold it in your hand and use it whilst you're driving. Now, I said I'd come back to the transmitting of data point. This, I need to make very clear, doesn't need to be transmitting data to the internet or online or anything else. Court cases have decided that a communication could be between the device and the car itself. So that information, that data, music, whatever it might be, does not need to go anywhere else. It could just be between the device and the car. So it is an interactive communication. It could be between the device and the car. And if it is capable of doing that, regardless of whether it is enabled at the time, it is a device for the purposes of these regulations. So even if you are holding an MP3 player, for example, in your hand, even if it is not yet communicating with the car, but it's capable of doing so, and you're flipping through music, if it's in your hand, you're in breach of these regulations. So that goes for any device, any type of communication. So I hope that clears up all of the questions and definitively tells you just how broad these regulations are. And also remember that aside from these regulations, even if you somehow manage to swerve these regulations with the device, there is always the possibility of you being charged with careless driving if you are dangerously distracted by the use of any such device, even if it doesn't come within these regulations, which, to be honest, is quite doubtful. So I hope that helps. Please remember to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.